I'm sitting down with Kevin Chaplin. He's the managing director of the SA Ubuntu Foundation and the Amy Beale Foundation. We've gathered here today for a business breakfast. Now, Kevin, tell us what we're doing here today.
Thank you so much. It's really good to be together. And today was about bringing people from different backgrounds, color, culture, religion, language together to break down those barriers that have existed for hundreds of years in South Africa and get them to truly embrace one another. You know, there's so much work to be done. Just because we're 21 years into democracy doesn't mean we've eradicated all the past. And so today was about bringing people together into a setting where they can really get to know one another, hear a great speaker. We do this every month, get 100 to 120 business people together. And it's amazing how when people are taken out of their comfort zone, it just breaks everything down and people start mixing and meeting and swapping cards and talking and exploring ways of working together. We also do a festival once a year and through music and food to do the same thing. And it's always wonderful to see how then people really just realize that, hey, we're all one and the same. Recognize the differences and build on it and grow together.
What kind of barriers do we need to address?
We really need to address the complacency, stereotypes, also people thinking my way is the only way, it's my religion or no religion, it's my language or no language. And how can we really just work together as opposed to working opposite and against each other? That for me is a big thing that needs to happen in this country. There's so much work to be done because everybody thinks, oh, well, we greet each other and that's fine. We've got to go deeper and understand where we each come from. For me, there's such a rich diversity in this country, and I love meeting. I've got wonderful Jewish friends, Muslim friends, and as a Christian, I can learn so much just even about Shabbat on a Friday night, about family coming together. Even with all my Muslim friends, how in the Quran, the whole Old Testament that I believe in is there as well. So let's build on those and not judge. There's too much judging. Yes, we've got extremists in the world wherever we are. Christians, Muslims, Jews, there are extremists, but not to judge everybody on that. So even in the workplace, it's not just about working together, it's about going deeper, understanding where a person comes from, what's their home life like. You know, too many people, I think, in this world at the moment are just going on their own mission and looking after themselves. It's about opening yourself up, and that is why we called it the Ubuntu Foundation from the start, because Ubuntu is such a powerful word. If you take it down, umtu, gumtu, and gabantu, when you take that deeper, I'm human because I belong to the human community. I'm a person through other people. So you take away the arrogance. Oh, I've achieved everything because of me. No. God, obviously, first. Then there's your parents, your grandparents, your neighbors, your relatives, your teachers. And as you go through life, you start taking it into sharing natural resources on an equitable basis, being compassionate to others, not being greedy, you know, trying to help the community. Whatever you make, you give back. You know, I mean, there's so many wonderful examples in this country. Raymond Ackerman, when he started Pick and Pay, from the month one of buying 2 stores, he didn't wait till he made $1 million. From that first profit of that store, he would give back and he'd help the communities. And that for me is what really needs to come more and more.
I think it's great to speak about it and it's so easy to say, but how do we actually instill this type of behavior and this different way of thinking in people who maybe have been thinking in one way for their whole lives?
I think it's about putting everybody in a comfortable area, and that's why I like the breakfast, because then you're all on an equal basis and you can sit and chat over food is the nicest thing to enjoy together. So it's just about not being scared to talk about issues. For instance, we always hear, oh, there's Africans, there's whites, there's colors. No, I'm a white African, there's a colored African, an Indian African, and a black African. We mustn't be scared. So it's about setting the scene where everybody's comfortable to talk and not being shy to say, hey, but I'm a white African, you're a black African, we're both Africans. So that's, to me, the way to do it, is not to be scared to confront issues. I mean, Peter Dirk A said it so well. Let's confront our fears. Let's put them on the table. Let's create environments where people can do it, from young to old.